Grand Rising, beautiful souls. Hope you're doing well. Hope you were enjoying your week so far. I hope that frustration level isn't getting too up there for you. We've got Mars going direct, stationing direct, going direct, stationing direct. 8 degrees, 8 seconds of Gemini. So we're going to get that little air back in, blowing that spark, that fire, reigniting it all. For some, this will be wonderful, excellent news, like myself and others. They're not going to know what the heck is going on. They're going to have no idea what's going on. Y'all, you guys know what's going on. You guys know to expect this, I got to get it done kind of energy, or this frustration, or this popping off, or this extra aggression. Things not working out exactly the way you wanted it to go. Right? You get what's going on. You understand that we've got that intense energy going on. Pluto moving to 28 degrees of Capricorn as well. Getting in those later degrees. Much more potent. A lot more. Did you get the lesson? Did you get it through your head? Because if not, we'll check you again. Right? So, that's what's going on with that. But I do want to do a reading because it's been so long, so we're just going to pop straight into it, the reading. But the way I like to do my readings is not so much just your average normal reading. I like to pick a few cards so that we can really channel in spirit and just see what the overall message is. You know what I mean? Because we've got a lot going on, and there's been so much just popping into my head. It's just like, I need to let everybody know, right? So, we're going to go ahead and get started with the reading. All right. Angels and ancestors, please be with me now. I ask that all that come across this reading are protected. I ask that this reading is protected. That the messages come through true and clear. Alrighty. Righty-roo. This is my Starseed Oracle deck because, I just figured if we're going with that whole theme. Actually, I was going to go with something else, but, we follow the intuition. Alright. First of all, what are the overall energies that the viewers can expect for this upcoming week? Overall energies that they will be dealing with to be aware of. Okay, we have loosen your grip. Coping mechanisms, destiny, addiction. Let source in. We have had this card the last time I used this deck. I don't know if I actually posted. Ooh, this card. These colors might be interesting. It's actually the true color of the card, so it's kind of pretty neat. All right, so this truly is about, okay, we've got a lot of these really, really, really super intense energies coming in, and it is so easy to tap out. It is so easy to tune out. It is so easy to fall into something, anything that is going to make you temporarily feel better, right? Coping mechanisms. That could be food. It could be nicotine. It could be getting on the internet and, watching and taking in very unhealthy stuff that is not going to make you feel better. Temporarily, just for a moment, it will make you feel better because it's designed to do it, to make you feel it. That's what it's designed to do, right? And before you know it, a couple years have gone by. Because that's literally what's happening out there right now, is that everybody was forced home. And in order to cope with that stress of, so many people worked for so long, and being home with all those others that are in their home around the clock was not something that many people were used to, right? And so there was a lot of different coping mechanisms that kicked in at that point, whether it be like, I got to go to the grocery store, I got to go do this, I got to do that, or I'm going to step out and I'm going to smoke, I'm going to go make myself some food, I'm going to do, there was a lot of coping mechanisms. And addiction is also the next one we've got here, addiction. There's the whole card, loosen your grip. The whole thing about loosen your grip. This is more, I'm seeing like an exclamation mark. Like, it means that, like, loosen your grip on all the things that used to excite you in a negative way. And excite you in a negative way could be taken different ways, meant different ways. Excited in a different way, whether that mean in a more adult way, and maybe it wasn't the most healthy excitement way to get excited, or excitement is in gambling. Like gambling, it is that rush, the rush, that's what it is. That's what the exclamation mark is about. It's the rush, feeling the rush, the rush, the rush, right? We've had so many big things go on that I think that people have really gotten used to that pow, like, bam, look at what's going on. Look at what's going on over here. Wait, look over there. Oh my gosh, did you hear this? Did you see this? Look what over there. People have gotten too used to these moments of, whether it be tragedy or scandal, trauma, any kind of drama, right? It's become an addiction, and it's like, kind of loosen your grip on everyone else's reality and worry about your own. Get back into your own reality. Don't worry about what's going on with other people. Like, everything you have been wanting and desiring and asking for and needing to fall in line is right there. You just have to allow it to do so, right? You have to loosen your grip long enough for that to actually come into your life. There was another message, actually, that, thank you. See, this is why I pull the cards, is because this is the way Spirit reminds me. We feel, there's so many people out there that feel very, very, very low, very hopeless. And I want to make sure that this message gets across to you guys. This does not in any way indicate that you are on the wrong path, that you did something wrong. Okay? We have people that are feeling this way for two different reasons. We have, many reasons, but as we are grouping them in overall, we have those that are feeling very hopeless and empty and inside, because this is the route they're taking. It's their karma. It's what they've chosen. They've chosen to just be numb. Just go down that road, right? But then there's those that have been working their ass off at trying to go over their traumas, over their attitudes, their flaws, I don't believe in flaws, okay? But it's the word that came out to be used for it. Flaws, no, it's more so what we feel we could better about ourselves so we can become our higher selves, right? I don't believe we have flaws, because I believe we are who we are meant to be, right? And if we don't like something about ourselves, then we change it and we make it better. But it's not a flaw. Those flaws sometimes can do beautiful things in life when you least expect it. So, but Those that have been really, really working on themselves and are feeling hopeless, pointless, purposeless, unsure, right? You have not gone down the wrong path. You have done nothing wrong. This is simply because you have cleared it all out. You've cleared it all out. And that new energy hasn't come in yet, right? It's getting ready to. It's getting ready to hit us hard. And for some, it is designed. This is a beautiful, beautiful thing about spirit, about the universe, about the divine, is that it knows exactly what you can take, when you can take it, right? And so that this new energy has not yet come in for pretty much anybody, right? The energy is lightening, and I truly hope you're feeling a little bit better, maybe a little on edge, and that's to be expected. But all this clearing, all this facing what we perceive as these negative sides to ourselves, or these traumas or situations or incidences that we want to address and change or work through, all the stuff we have worked through, it puts a hard shell on you, right? But you've also emptied, you've made room, you've cleared out. This is a very new feeling, very new feeling. Nobody knows how to feel. I wouldn't expect you to know how to feel. If you know exactly how you should be feeling right now, if you know exactly how you should be feeling right now, then you might just be doing it wrong. Because that's the thing. This is a new energy. It is a new age, a new world. That means this isn't something we have felt before, lived through, experienced. It's new. It's all new. Right? So don't beat yourself up if you're feeling like you don't know what your purpose is. Your purpose is coming. Your purpose is coming. Everything you've worked through, gone through, has led you to your purpose. You don't need to know exactly what it is. You just need to trust the universe and work forward. Take those steps forward, right? If you wake up in the morning and you're like, I want to study this, study that. Learn something new. Go with the flow. If you are taking those steps that the universe is putting in front of you, right? It is going to take you to exactly where you need to be. That does not, by any means, mean sit back and just think the universe is going to bring it in. That is not what I am saying. I am saying the universe is going to show you the path to take. When you're on that path, you have to be the one to put one foot in front of the other. You have to be the one to face what is on that path. But the universe will put it there. You don't have to be the compass. You are not the compass. Right? If we sit here and we're like, Spirit, help me out, lead me, direct me, give me a sign, and we ignore the steps that are put right in front of us, then that's us saying, well, maybe I don't trust you. Maybe I don't have enough faith in you. Ha ha. My point is that I love you to the moon. No, my point is, rather, Spirit's point is, don't fill that newly found empty spot within you with coping mechanisms such as drama, social media, food that is toxic for you, anything that is toxic for your body, mind, spirit, soul. That is not to say that if you have those habits, okay, what I'm saying is continue to work on those. If you've got habits, I have habits. That was coffee in my mug, not tea, not water. I have water right there, though. Not the point. Okay? That anyone out there telling you that they're perfect and they have everything together is bullshitting you. I would personally rather have somebody that's going to be real with me. You know, we all have our flaws, but they're not flaws. They are there. It is by design that you have those flaws. Because if I was on time all the time, then I wouldn't be me. I wouldn't be the procrastinating Aries that I am, that has led me to some very interesting things, or crossed some very interesting people that needed to be crossed at that point in time. You know, needed help, stranded on the side of the road, or crying in the middle of the woods. It's happened. Why? Because I was late, because it was being me, because I was procrastinating. Just smelling the roses, just, you know. I get very sidetracked. Shiny squirrel. Lots of shiny squirrels. They're not flaws. They're there by design, right? If you don't like something about yourself, then work on that. If somebody else doesn't like it, then there's lots of other people in the world for them. We have let everything in other than our own voice. We have let everything lead us other than our own heart. And because of that, we live in a world that's toxic right now at this very point. But I propose solutions to that. And we can start with the tiny step, comparatively speaking, to the bigger picture of working on ourselves individually, minding our own, working on our own. Don't allow time to go by and just the thing that keeps coming to my head the most is, do not allow yourself to go numb. And your flaws are there by design. So many people feel like they're just falling empty. And I know this because I felt this. You know, this is the thing. I know this. I know this feeling because I felt hopeless and purposeless for a moment. It's like, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing anything to even make a difference? You know, like that's the whole point. So if you're going to do something, make sure it counts. Yes, when I say work on yourself, mind your own. Yes. Okay. But, however, when you do something, do it with purpose and not just to benefit yourself. You will benefit yourself so much more if you are benefiting others as well. If we are all helping together, if it is benefiting all of us, then we are all going to work so much harder. If it benefits us all, it is going to be that much better for everyone involved and anybody who comes across it. We're going to get that much more done. It is really about working together and not just benefiting yourself. If you're going to do something, yes, work on yourself. That's different than benefiting. I mean, you working on yourself benefits everybody. Me working on myself benefits everyone. If everyone would just work on them damn selves, it would benefit the world. That's how we change the world. It's by bettering ourselves. And when we better ourselves on an individual level, we can come back together on a collective level as much better people. I said this 2 years ago, and I feel like in some ways, yes, people did that. You know, not because I said so, but because that was just the message from Spirit to everyone. So it didn't matter whose mouth it was coming out of, it was the message. So, but I know I was saying it. I know other people were saying it. I know we were all saying it. I know we're all thinking it. But here we are a couple of years later, and yeah, the world is changing. The world is definitely changing. And the only way that this is going to go bad is if people give up. If people hold on so tightly to the past that we are not able to bring the future in. That's it. All right. I remember this is about the soul's plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. This is all about one life is the life that you were expected to lead as a human being born into this civilization. The other is what you signed up for as a higher consciousness, as a part of Source, to come down here in human form, to play along with the humans for a little while, but then to eventually remember. Some of us, some of you, may have remembered all along. It's a remembrance. Many we remembered, just didn't keep it at the very, very tippy top of the surface, you know? It wasn't hard to pull back up for a lot of people. Because it's written in your soul that you have a contract to fulfill at this time. And that is to step it up. Step up what you're doing. How are you helping this world? How are you helping people get to this new age? What are you doing? What are you doing? That's the plan. That's the soul's plan. We all have very different ways. We all have very different purposes. But in the end, it's all the same purpose. You know, different ways. We're all playing different roles. But like a masterpiece like the Mona Lisa, right? Or, what is it? The Van Gogh on Rainy Day. It's when we come together. It's about how we come together and create this beautiful masterpiece, right? Because if we were all shaped exactly the same, then you'd have a lot of corners, no insides, be pretty hollow, be pretty empty. It wouldn't be much of a masterpiece of a picture at all. Be pretty boring. But since we're all so different, when we come together, we create beautiful things. Beautiful things. We create solutions. And we build a brand new world. Welcome to this side of reality. Right? I should have ended it there. That would have been awesome. You almost thought I did. You thought I was going to end it right there, didn't you? Silly. I'm going to pull one more card and see. Is there anything else that needs to be pointed out? Anything at all. Let's see. It's pretty neat. These cards are literally the same color as the light. The pinks and blues. It's pretty neat. The Star card. Oh, the Star card. Big dreams. Big dreams. Right? This is about having one foot in the water, the flow, and keeping one foot grounded on the earth, right? I think this really speaks of bringing in that new world, that new energy, what we dream of, what we wish of, that if we could wish upon a star, if we could build our own dream world, right? If we could just bring all that magic and remembrance up within us. You know, if we could never struggle again. But to me, that's part of bringing the new world in. It's not having to struggle, not seeing people struggle, right? But we must be grounded and be able to understand what is going on in this other reality, this corrupted reality. Just being able to be aware, it's not something that should be ignored, you know, and this is where the spiritual side of it gets really blurry. Because on one end, you don't want to even acknowledge that darkness. Right? You don't want to give it any power, any energy. But on the other hand, it is so important that you stay on top of the game, that you be aware of what the heck is going on out there. I mean, to some extent, do not. By no means, I'm not saying stay caught up in it day in, day out. Please. Just even a 5-minute check, the end of the day, something, not the very end. It's not the energy you want to put yourself in right before bed. At some point during the day, not right after you wake up and not right before you go to bed, but anywhere else. Just give it a little peek. But even then, I wish I could say, pay it no attention whatsoever. That is the point. Right there, that's the point, is that if you're grounded, if you're prepared, if you've got everything, then you don't need to pay it any mind, because you're ready for anything. You're ready for anything. And you're living your life. And you're trusting the universe. So really, what's the point of even bothering listening to that shit? But there's one big, strong, important point to that. You have to be prepared. If you're just going to pay it no mind whatsoever on what is going on. And I'm not talking about the mainstream news, I'm talking about your own research, right? Your own daily or weekly or whatever research. If you're not going to pay attention to what is going on, the negative, all the destruction, the fall, the destruction of the old world, the end of the old world. If you're not going to pay it any mind, be prepared. Have food, have water, have everything you should need to survive for at least a couple weeks, at least a couple days, minimum. And then go ahead, live moment to moment and live completely with no mind, no nada of what's going on. Because that is, that the energy and just listening to it is just, it is, it's so tired of hearing about it, any of it. And that's the impatience with Mars getting ready to station direct, is just get it on with. Just get on with it, really. I would like to get into this new world. Let's just get through this shit. Let's get through these next few years. Yeah. So, keep wishing upon that star. Keep dreaming big. Very big. Like, very, very big. Man, like, I guess what it is that this reality, I'm so fucking over this reality. This fucking reality is just bullshit at this point. It's exhausting. Because it's so fucking fake. And I'm ready for the real shit. And I know you are too. Much love. Dream big.